the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. Touchdown, Bills! Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tyler Bass now for the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Rodgers again now. He'll get this to Lazard. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers have moved out in front. Crosby with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. So he rolls out of the pocket left, just ends up finding a safety valve, but no gain there.
No gain, but looked like they were well coached on the play because
Allen hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. A give to Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Oh, they didn't even give me the timeout.
And that'll do it
That's
for
crazy.
the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The second half starts with a carry by Jones.
What the hell was
Call it a
that?
full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers complete. This is Lewis. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
The give is to Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. This is Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones from 17 yards out. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touch? Allen hit. He lost the football. Now Brown. Oh, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble. And this 3rd quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great...
All right.
Observation, because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, it can get away from them pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 107 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. On third down, here's Jones. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. So now on fourth down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. The kick by Crosby is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 38. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills get a bit closer. Allen will try to throw for it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Yeah.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Lewis. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well. Rodgers now on 1st down. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 23. They'll run it with Jones. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Packers on third down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Bills are right back in this football game. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 77 yards. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They run once more with Dillon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Rodgers now to throw. That's complete right side to Lazard. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. On third down, here's Dillon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On second down, Dillon. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now Dillon on the inside give. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 42 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Rodgers. Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are right back in this football game. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On 2nd and 10, Allen got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. He finds his man complete. It's McKenzie. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Left side caught by Diggs. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
You said what?
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They run here with Singletary. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right. There he goes, right side. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game